This message is for the parents. So I have 4 children and they range from 11 years of age up to 25. This is about social exclusion. So any parents, a child is going through social exclusion. My 11-year-old is going through it. It was on and off for the last 2 years. Now, kids are kids. They don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand the repercussions of emotions. So it's not the kid's fault. But anyway, she's being excluded from a certain group and she'd come home and she'd be heartbroken. And she kept going back into school, still hanging around with them, then afraid to make friends with other groups because she was afraid that she wouldn't be liked from this group. So anyway, one day she had put into that WhatsApp group, anyone doing anything, like yet again, and no one replied. And then she sent me a picture of all of them across the road at her friend's house, and nobody said anything in the WhatsApp group. So she was heartbroken. I was like, right, enough's enough. I'm going to have to step in here. So I sat her down and I said, do you know what? I'm going to tell you something that I learned only at 41. So you're 11, you're going to learn this, but it breaks my heart to say this to you because it's actually a really tough lesson. But I promise you, when you move into acceptance, you will then be free from all this. And she was like, okay. And I was really heartbroken telling her. And I just said, if they wanted you there, they would have invited you, plain and simple. And I said, I'm so sorry to have to say this to you. Like, it breaks my heart, but it took me 41 years to learn that. And she was like, you're right, Mom. You're actually right. If they wanted me there, they would have invited me. And then I started saying, okay, we have to move into acceptance. And now let's look around. Who out of your extended group of friends in school have asked you to play with them in the last while? She's like, oh, well, so-and-so did a week, but I was afraid to say, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, you go to them tomorrow morning and you start connecting with them. That was 4 months ago. She has left the WhatsApp group. She has been out all summer. She's having an absolute ball with her new friends who value her. And I think we can apply this to even adults. If you weren't invited, they didn't want you there. End of. I think people keep hitting off that rejection wall time and time again, expecting an invite. But it's about they're taking up so much of your energy, your time, your focus, and the lack that you're actually turning away from the abundance that might be right under your nose from people that do want to spend time with you. So there, I hope you get some wisdom from this message.